It's Wombat Jones for Ramen Chokehold. Joined here by a very special guest. He's throwing down this Saturday night. I'm here with Tyler, the Coolum Beach bad boy. Culley, how you going, mate?
Good, mate. How you going?
Mate, I'm going very well, thank you. And like I said, mate, Coolum Beach bad boy, where's this nickname come from?
You know what? The Coolum Beach Bad Boy. That's an interesting nickname. I got it from the guys in the gym, and I sort of imposed it myself because I'm into it. Tito Ortiz, the Huntington Beach Bad Boy. Kind of obsessed with him. He's my favorite fighter. I like his style. I like how he does things, and that's how I got that one.
So obviously you must be pretty excited, my man, because they've just announced that Chuck's going around for the third time. You must be pretty chomping at the bit for that.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be watching that one for sure. I think that our boy Tito's finally going to get one back on Chuck. I'm pretty confident of that, actually. So I'll definitely be watching.
Mate, I'll be throwing some coin on that. Don't you worry about that. I'm pretty sure that he's going to get one over Chuck as well. But, mate, that's a great nickname. And like I said, up there in Coolum and the Sunshine Coast, what's it like up there these days?
You know what? Today was actually pretty rainy, which is funnily enough. But it's usually, as the name suggests, pretty sunny. I've lived here my whole life, so oftentimes when people ask, I'm just so tempted to say, the weather's normal, but I guess I'm pretty lucky to have it sunny all the time.
And, mate, I'm coming up there, the first time that I'm coming up there to watch you boys throw down, but and 3 fights on the card that are girls, I should mention that. But what's there to do up in town, mate?
You know what? I've lived here my whole life, so I can give some awesome recommendations. I'm going to say the Dog Beach up in Noosa in the woods area that, even if you're not a fan of the beach, I'm not. I hate the beach, but that's a really nice place just to kick back and just take it in.
And, mate, I've been given the word by Reese McLaren. He reckons the best ramen he's ever had in the world is up there on the Sunshine Coast of Marmy Ramen. So I'll be checking that out Saturday. If any of you chokesters are up in the area, want to join me for a bowl of ramen, mate, you might be a little bit busy on the day.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I got plans, but hey, who knows? Who knows what the future holds?
Now, mate, let's talk about you and your fighting style because, you've gone in there, you've had 2 fights thus far, and you've finished both of them very quickly in the first round, 100% first round finishing rate. Where does that stem from? Like, is it something that the way that you want to fight, or do the nerves take over, or what's the go with that?
That's a good question. Yes. I'd say, okay, so every single fight I've had, I've trained for like the distance, I've trained to be relentless from start to finish. It's not necessarily like a nerves thing, I'd say. It's more that when an opportunity is given to me, I take it with both hands and I know how to capitalize. My coach Joel has drilled me like to perfection. So, I can say that for any of my teammates at Combat Lab too. Like we just need like a little bit of an opening and we'll take it.
And so let's talk about Coastal Combat. You've had your couple of fights on there, and like I said, first time that I'm coming up to watch the promotion. What's the promotion like? You've obviously probably gone to other promotions and watched some fights. What's Coastal Combat like?
The cool thing about Coastal Combat, I think, is that it's a real fighters promotion, I've been involved with a few of my other teammates' fights on other promotions, and, I can't say anything bad about any of them. They've all been pretty awesome. But the thing about Coastal Combat is, like I said before, it's a real fighters promotion. Like anything we need, we get. And, the management's really understanding and can make things happen for us, which is really good.
Now, obviously, you must be pretty happy with them because you are getting a amateur Australian title shot out of this. And, mate, you're up against Jack Macklin. What do you know about Jack?
I think Jack's going to be a real game opponent, probably a little bit technically better than some of the other guys I fought, which is really cool. I'm inviting the challenge. When there was whispers of a middleweight title getting made for Coastal Combat, I threw my hat in the ring straight away. At the time I was still ranked pretty well on the Tapology rankings in the top 5, but Jack was the number 1 guy. So I said, let's just fight the top guy. He's clearly going to be keen for it, and I'm keen as well. And, if he's the number 1 guy, then I want to fight him because I believe I'm the number 1 guy. And I think stylistically, it's like a real good clash of styles. So it should be really awesome.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. I've done my research and 100% this fight's going to be absolute fire. But how do you actually see the fight playing out?
You know what? I prepare for it exactly the same as all my fights. I'm ready for like a Khabib style mauling to go like super hard, and I'm ready to go the distance. But like I said before, if I get like a sniff of an opportunity, I'm so well drilled that I'll take it.
And I'm not bullshitting you, but I've got a list of questions here, and you've nailed it again, my man, because my next question was actually about Khabib. I'm asking everyone about the Khabib Conor fight. Who do you think is going to win that one?
You know what? So funny. I feel like I've been asked this recently. I'm not like the type of guy who's technically going to break things down and like tell you that X fighter's going to win because of X reason. I just talk like strictly as a fan, and I love them both, but I think Khabib's going to win. I really like him, and you know what? I watch like a bunch of his training videos to pump me up myself for training, so I got to go with him. But like, don't expect a technical breakdown from the bad boy. It's just purely a fan.
Mate, that's good enough for me, baby. Don't even worry about that. But if you get this W on the weekend, it's obviously a pretty big deal. What do you see next for you?
That's a really good question, sir. You know what? I got big things on the horizon. We got me and my coach Joel have got big plans. I don't feel like spoiling it right now. I'm really sorry about that. Next time, I promise you, I'll break it down a Ramen chokehold for you. But this is like a big deal, and I think it's going to really set shockwaves off in Australian MMA and the local scene. So you'll have to wait and see for that one.
You absolute flirt. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Don't worry, mate. I'll be hanging out for that. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I'm going to throw a quote your way, and I kind of want to get your reaction from it. It's actually one of your quotes, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
And it says, guys, there's going to be a fight next Saturday. There's going to be violence, blood, and fuck, one of us might die.
Yes, sir. That is a quote from me myself. You know, when I'm saying that, I know that lots of fighters say this sort of thing, and you know, maybe they mean it, but speaking from my heart with that one, I definitely mean it. When I'm fighting, it sounds so cheesy, but it's the truth. I say goodbye to everybody. I kiss my partner. I say goodbye to my bosses and my siblings. You know, I'm ready to die in the cage, and I know that sounds fucking crazy, but you know, that's the samurai life, man. I'm just ready to die and they lay it all on the line. And you know what? Anybody who trains with me or knows me will say that's how the bad boy rolls.
And everyone who fights, you know, fires up for a different reason and does it all for different reasons. What's your reason, mate?
You know what? I think I've been asked this before, and I've had to think about it. And I think it comes back to, you know, growing up, I didn't have a lot of things, so I was always wanting something. And when I say wanting something, I don't mean like a friggin' Ferrari in a mansion. Definitely not. I mean, you know, things that other people might have had. And you know, that growing up without certain things, I feel like it could have made me a bitter person, but it made me like really hungry instead. You know, I want to go out there and I want this stuff so bad. And I think that's where the motivation comes from and where this hunger comes from.
Now, I'm not just going to give you, I'm not going to give you one quote. I'm going to give you another quote.
Okay.
But here's another one of yours, mate. If someone laughs at you or talks down to you when you tell them your dreams, you need to fuck that noise off then, because that shit's contagious. So, mate, I fully subscribe to that. Where does that come from?
Yes, sir. You know what? That's the sort of way I live my life. I love positivity and positive quotes. I have zero time for negativity in my life, any form of life. Even if someone's talking to me at work, you just got to drown that shit out, because it actually is contagious and it'll poison you. All on my walls here in my house, you can't see it here, but I have like all positive affirmations written out. I'm big. You know, I always got paid out in school and stuff because I was that guy. You know, everyone has a friend like that who just always hammers home positivity on Facebook and motivational quotes. That's me. That's the guy. But, you know, I post it for myself just as much as anyone else because that shit gets me pumped up.
Mate, great answer, 100%. But, mate, who do you want to thank? You can't get there. You can't get there by yourself. Who's been helping you out?
Yes, sir. I want to first of all thank my coach, Joel Sepasvari. You know what? I'm just going to shout him out big time. He's like, I call him the John Danaher of Australian MMA. He's probably the smartest guy I've ever met. You know, his day job is as a scientist. Everything he's taught me from when I first met him has got me from nothing to like, here I am fighting for an Australian title. You know, that's kind of a big deal. He has just brought me from this average guy with like a little bit of athletic prowess to fucking beast, man. Also like to shout out my partner Imogen. She puts up with a lot of shit. So we got to shout her out. She's awesome. Also my sponsors, I'll shout them out. Bonafide Broth Company. Thanks so much for those guys. They're always looking out for me and helping me out, with everything. And then the boys at Rapid Effect Sports and Nutrition in Noosa. If you're in the area, I can't recommend those guys enough. Next level knowledge, not just your average people. So shout out to them.
Well, thank you so much, mate. I'm going to be there. It's going to be the first time that I'm coming up there. Can't wait to see you throw down, mate. It all happens September 8 at the Coolum Civic Centre. I'm going to be there. Tyler, the Coolum Beach Badboy, is going to be there, mate. I can't wait to see you throw down, my man. And thanks so much for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. This probably won't be the last time you talk to me because I got big things in the future, as I hinted at. So you'll be wanting to talk to me about that, I'm sure. And you know what? I'll see you on the weekend, and I'm looking forward to putting on a show for you.
Mate, I'm looking forward to it too. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.